Welcome back to Man Across New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling. Let's see what's going on a lovely island of Fawnhollow today. You would have thought after doing this intro like 300 and something times I would probably remember how I start every video, but I don't. And, you know, you might say, is that indicative of something problematic with you, Dear Darling? That you can't remember just like 2 sentences that you say literally every day for about a year? Maybe, I don't know. It's sort of, my mind glosses over that part until we actually get into the bread and meat, I suppose, of the actual episode. But still, hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 3:24 PM on Friday, January 29th, 2021. No breaking news today, so we're just going to go about our business. We're going to, I'm not sure. We're going to, of course, harvest our stone. We're going to sort out our flowers. We'll give out gifts. And then, if we got time, we'll try and do a bit of a oak tree forest over on the left side. But we'll see. Something from Audie. Oh, this is different. That's background. What was I saying, Rambler? Sometimes when I'm writing notes like this one, I, forget what I was writing and it just goes nowhere for a while, and the next thing I know, I've sent it. Does that ever happen to you? Wait, what? Audie? Audie has sent us that like 4 times, I'm pretty sure, but and equally funny and oddly relevant to what I was talking about. So who's up? It's LaBelle. Sorry, Label. I keep calling you LaBelle. Casual. Comfy clothing. I don't know, does this count as comfy? Not really. But, I can't bother to go and change, to be honest, so we'll sort of just chat with her right here. And maybe she'll only give us 1 ticket, but, we've got like 15 tickets in the bank, so I think that's not a big loss. Oh, really? Okay, so the fact that she says that each clothing builds on the comfy thing rather than just the colour coordination kind of makes me think that we actually hit the two tailor ticket mark, which is interesting. I'm surprised she found it so comfy. I wouldn't think a bolero coat is all considered that comfy, rather much more elegant, but, we'll take it. So we'll have a quick dip into the Nook shopping terminal, and then, yeah. So what have we been up to today? Did a little bit of drawing, of course. I need to do a bit of programming. I was going to do it before, but then I didn't, because I played some Genshin Impact instead. I'm sorry. But I'll do some programming after this. I recorded some Hollow Knight just before this. Had an attempt at KK Condor. I don't recognise this one, but apparently we got it, so. Had an attempt at the Pantheon Paladinist. Spoilers. I'm not going to tell you how it goes, because I guess you'll see in tomorrow. It'll be uploaded tomorrow, yeah. It's stressful, is what I'll say. But yeah, I'm not sure what else to say, I suppose. I guess we'll just sort of go about our business. Why don't we collect some shovels? What? Collect some rocky road buried materials. What was even that sentence? I don't know. Rocky Road. Would you say you love Rocky Road? Put another giant... I can't speak. You know what? Just scrap that whole conversation. We're starting new. Wow. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Adam Across New Horizons. Fancy that, huh? Fresh start. Has that ever happened? Because, it's a thing that happens in movies a lot. It's like, hey, can we just start over? Start again from the beginning? I don't think I've ever had to say that in my life, but... Yeah, again, I don't think I've ever messed up a first encounter so much that it would require it. Or if I have, perhaps I wasn't aware of it socially. So, it sort of passed me by. I've also never heard anyone say that apart from, I suppose, in a jokey way, when someone goes like, hi, my name is blah, 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 and they just like mess up the first sentence, and we're like, starting over. That sort of thing. I suppose saying it like that sounds a bit patronising, doesn't it? Kind of sounds like something a teacher would say. If you answer something really wrong or something, would be like, starting over. So, of course, something patronising that teacher would say is apparently fits me rather well. If I ask my friends, so I'm not going to ask them that. That's fine. You ever... I'm trying to think, what was like the worst first encounter I had with someone? I remember one, like, back when I first started school, when I was, like, much more awkward at talking with people. I can't remember. It was one of the classmates. They were talking about, I think it was like, I think they were talking about like our house colour or something. He was like, I can't tell if it's meant to be orange or something. And I remember listening into the conversation being like, yeah, I think it's brown. And then I can't remember. It was so awkward. And then I just promptly left. It's cringeworthy, and I hate thinking about cringy things, to be honest. But to be honest, I was like, I don't know, I was like 10, no, 11, 12 must have been. And then, so that happens. Cringy things happen, I don't know. Because I was dumb. I'm not dumb. Just more like, Didn't really know what to say. I was shy. Didn't know. Wasn't great at starting conversations. Now I like to think I'm a bit better. I'm just sort of like I suppose more aloof when it comes to things. Aloof, but not at the same time, you know. Humans are complicated like that. We haven't done one over here, have we? No. But I remember that was just like a terrible thing. That would warrant it starting over if I didn't just like immediately walk away and start talking to someone else instead. I wonder if he remembers me saying that to him. He probably absolutely doesn't. So you see, whenever you get a memory that just makes you go, ugh, it's painful to remember. Just remember that like most people probably don't remember it. I mean, I guess that sweeping statement doesn't really work in every situation, because some situations, you know, if it's sort of like a milestone, impactful thing that happened in like your school or workplace or whatever, maybe people remember it. But if people remember it, they'll probably bring it up to you. And most other things, people don't really remember, you know. Sort of just it's part of the past, and you know, you gotta learn to embrace the awkwardness of what you once were. Because I think that's a very good quote, that if you cringe at your past memories, it means you've grown as a person, right? Something like that. You've now shown a new awareness to that situation, and thusly, you sort of feel bad for your past self because you weren't as good as your current self, which is, I suppose, in some aspects a good thing. But you know, don't let it like overly affect you, I suppose, is what I'd say to that. I guess that's easier said than done, isn't it? Yeah. So I guess that's sort of like wish I had a reset button for that. So glad I ran into you. See, instead of calling you, I have a better idea. Let's hear it. Alright, embrace yourself. It's hashtag. What? Pretty cool, right? Hey, not bad, sure. Hashtag, we'll roll with it. Very, very strange sort of, big boomer energy, I'm not gonna lie. Who watered this purple hyacinth? If I didn't have my eagle eyes out, I would have missed that. I said it so accusingly, like, who dare water this purple hyacinth? It's not really a big deal, to be honest. But we do have much more purple hyacinths than the others for some reason. But yeah, what was I talking about? I don't know, starting over, like, self-introductions, I guess. Ouch. Ow. That's hit, like, my funny bone. Like, rolled over onto it. That's painful. I don't know what it was. It was like a crease in my jumper or something. Applied pressure because, you know, smaller area, bigger pressure. Force equals pressure over area. Is that right? I think that's... No, that's not right. Wait, force equals pressure times area. There we go. So that doesn't make sense. So you have a bigger area and you have a smaller force, I guess, for the same pressure. Should be bigger area is bigger force for the same pressure, right? Oh my god, it's been so long since I've done physics. Pressure equals force over area. Yeah, that makes sense because it's newtons per meter squared. Let's move on with that. These clouds are so ominous. Will there be a storm? Will there be sun? The suspense is killing me. Oh, it's a cloudy day. I didn't even realise. Typical British weather. Am I right? Ha 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 ha. That's low-hanging fruit. Let's move past that. Let's start again, shall we? No, I'm joking. How has it only been 8 minutes 30? I felt like I've been talking about 15 minutes non-stop somehow. That's a good thing. There's some more conversational fuel for what? More conversational fuel for the fodder. Is that what I meant to say? That doesn't sound right. I can't remember what the expression is. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so that wasn't a very great first impression, I suppose. What was probably the best first impression I'd given of someone? No, that's hard. That's hard to say. I suppose back in my university days was much better first impressions of people. It was a bit more sociable, trying to be like, you know, I want to be sociable, I want to appear friendly and that sort of thing. Maybe I came off as a little bit awkward, but you know, what math major doesn't? So, yeah, that happened, I guess. I don't know. That's sort of like a conversation to ask my friends. What were their first impressions of me? That'd be an interesting thing to ask. What would I predict? The ones I met in secondary school would probably be like, probably like cold, I'd imagine. Mean. Was I mean? Well, sort of. I was a bit mean in year 7, I'd definitely say that. But you know, I've learned from it, I've grown as a person since then. Taking out your own insecurities on others, I suppose. Not the way to go about things. I wouldn't say I wasn't like super mean all the time. I wasn't just like, oh, you know, screw you, and like punching people or like making them feel terrible. I was just sort of like a grumpy what's the word? Just a sarcastic grump, you know? Being like, oh, someone's saying something, better give him a witty quip or something. Because I think I'm cool. It's not I think I'm cool, no, I was going through my own issues, I suppose, at the time. And that's how I don't know, establish my own power over the situation. I don't really know. I haven't really given it much thought. It's in my past now. Changed as a person. Renewed. Made amends, I suppose. And here we are now, you know. You gotta look forward rather than look backwards. I mean, you look backwards, learn backwards as, oh, 2 green mums. I suppose that's enough that we can start planting them in the park. Look backwards to learn from your mistakes, but then look forward to put them into action, you know? That sort of thing. Don't let them drag you behind. So we got, how many in total? Apparently we already got a green mum here, I didn't even realise. Is that enough green mums? I feel like we need more because we need to put some in the next to Lily's house up there, so we'll keep growing them. Did it snow yesterday? Maybe it snowed yesterday. That's why we got all these pink flowers out and about. Yeah, then we need one more green one here, I believe. And then we'll have enough for this place. So we'll hop over here. Hop over the road. Apparently we've only got 1 pink hyacinth, surprisingly. No, what am I doing? Oh, I think we just sell this pink rose. We don't have enough space for it. We've only got 1 spare pink hyacinth, really? Wow. Anyway. So yeah, whatever, I don't know, what cool first impressions to have. I don't really do cool things, that's not my sort. I don't really have like a flashy style, I suppose. So I guess that's not really something I do. I have a much more subdued, mellow style, I suppose, now. So I'll be like, hello, I'm Deer. Well, I'm not Deer, that's not my name. That's not my name. But still, we need to still give stuff to Bruce and Mira. I did not pay attention if either of them were in their house, so I guess we'll find out for ourselves right now as I take a sip of water, a glug of water as I like to say. Oh, hey Bruce. What was I going to say? I don't know. I wonder what my first impression is from these videos. I suppose it depends on which series you started watching in. If you started watching the Animal Crossing or the Bug Fable series, it'd probably be like, this person's really quiet and really awkward. If your first impression is this video, then wow, you stuck through like 13 minutes of this? That's impressive. I don't know if I'd watch this, I'd be like, this person's off all bonkers, you know? I think I'm bonkers, but I just think I'm free. Stop looking at my popcorn machine, look only at me. Ain't sharp in a pain. I'm trying to think what my first time I met some of my friends. Like, when's the first time I spoke with Ned? I spoke with him because I had a mutual friend. Who was a mutual friend because he was next to me in the register. Register being like the alphabetical names. He was next to me alphabetically by surname, so we sat next to each other on a lot of subjects. I remember he was... I remember this because he was also, you know, kind of quiet. He's also somewhat quiet. Not quite. He's more like pensive, you know. He speaks when he feels like there's something to be said, that sort of thing. But when you know him, then you know he'll just speak about whatever all the time. Also, you know, he was like 11, 10 at the time as well, so he was a bit awkward. I mean, who isn't a bit? Why am I going to Bruce's house? What am I doing? We just gave something to Bruce. So I remember trying to start a conversation with him because it was like, oh, the first thing, this is geography. It was like, our teacher was like, discuss in pairs about something, about what geography is. I can't remember. And then I just remember I was just like, being like, oh, all right, let's start a conversation. And I was, I remember he wasn't even like looking at me. He was like fiddling with his pencil case or something. And I was like, oh man, this guy must hate me. I must be so annoying. He's not saying anything. But then I made him laugh at something. I can't remember what I said. You might think, funny that, how do you make someone laugh? You're not much of a comedian. And I'm like, I know. I'm still shocked to this day. So we don't know where Mira is. So I guess we'll just put the stuff away and then see if we've got enough stone to make another stone arch. And then, I don't know, we'll move trees. How have we done this also? Oh no, we need to move flowers still. And then water them. I don't know how we've done this all so quickly. But, we'll just sell this stuff. The other stuff. Because I don't want to keep it all around. How many rocks do we have? Do we have enough for another arch? I don't even know if I want another arch. Yeah, I suppose that's what we should do. We should put down the other arch where we think we want the other arch and see if we actually want it there or not. What was I saying? Yeah, I know. That was an alright first impression. Anyway, wait, I was talking about Ned. I forgot. I don't recall my first impression of Ned. Or my first conversation with Ned, actually. Because I met Ned through that guy, because that guy was, they went to the same school. Primary school. Elementary school for you Americans. Where the heck did you come from? What? What on earth? Anyway, yeah. I don't remember my first one-on-one conversation with Ned. I remember my first one-on-one conversation with Ali. I bring it up to him all the time because he doesn't remember it at all. It was in the science lesson, and it was like, alright, everyone work in pairs and we'll learn how to set up a Bunsen burner. And I was like, oh man, who should I ask? Because I didn't know anyone. And then I remember he went up to me and was like, hey, do you have a partner? And I was like, no. And he was like, do you want to work together? And I was like, sure. And then we set up a Bunsen burner, and I tell him this. He doesn't remember this. After we set up a Bunsen burner, he just like started dancing. He was like, yeah, woo. Started dancing because he was so excited to set it up. And I was like, wow, this kid's got a lot of energy. I suppose. He doesn't remember it at all, but I thought it was hilarious. I bring it up all the time. Or maybe he does remember it, and he's just lying. I don't really know. Does it really matter? It doesn't really matter. Good memory though. I need to round out those corners. I was like, why does this look so strange? I wonder if we should shift everything over one. I think we should actually shift everything over one. And you might say, dear, you're crazy. Why would you do that? Because it's just too close to the wall. I'm actually going to do that. You can't stop me loving myself. Oh. So we're going to get rid of this stuff. And by get rid, I mean fail to get rid. And we're going to extend everything out one over in this direction. So it'll be like boof, boof. I know what other first impressions. A lot of other first impressions I don't recall all that well. I just remember some early conversations and stuff, or early impressions, but not exact first impressions. Yeah, I think this looks a bit better. I don't even think I've given off an amazing first impression to anyone. If so, my friends haven't told me, you know. How weird would it be? You'd be like, oh yeah, dear, first time I met you, I was like, whoa. Honestly, that sounds a bit strange. I don't think I want to give out that sort of first impression. Or maybe I do. Maybe we want to put one in the middle here. No, I think we just want it like this. And give us a bit more room. Need to get rid of this one. And round it off. Like this. Yeah, you know how I was saying, like with stone hinges. Just two in the way. Now it's less in the way. Not quite sure quite what I'm doing. So I try and figure out where these rocks go. It's going to go here. Here. Here? Is that right? That looks right. Get rid of this. Put this here. I don't know why I didn't think about doing this earlier. This looks much better aligned like this. It feels like there's so much more space. Anyway, I was going to try putting the arch here. We're going to leave one space. No, we're not going to leave one space. No, it's going to be straight up against it, isn't it? Like this. Now, do I like this? I like it a lot better like this. We need to move this bush now, though. Put it somewhere else. I suppose we could put them in front of nooks. I didn't think about that. That one we put back here, but why can't we put this one right here? There's no law saying that a dog can't play basketball. We'll shift us along. Wait, no. No, because we need to keep a space like this around it, don't we? So keep that there. Keep that there. Keep that there. I think we want to move this bush slightly downwards. I think we want another flat rock here. Okay, so we definitely need another arch. Another arch, another flat rock. I actually think this rock should come out a bit. Because we're going to put a rock here, aren't we? Maybe we should extend this out a bit. We should put another tall rock here, I think. So one tall rock, one flat rock, one normal rock, and one archway. I don't think we've got the materials for that, but we can make another archway a waste, at least. Yeah, isn't that kind of weird? Not weird, but giving off such a strong first impression. We can customize this? Excuse me? Really? How can we customize this? Oh, I guess we can make it look mossy, maybe? Ah, yes. I think I looked it up, actually. See, a rock garden coming along. The thing is, because it's a rock garden, we need a lots of space for the rocks to actually, obviously, like... obviously, I didn't want you to place like that. Why would you think that? There we go, it's a bit smarter, at least. Like, giving off such a strong first impression. Which way around do we want this rotated? We probably want this rotated this way around, right? Do we want rock on the outside or the inside? We want rock on the outside, I think. So we do actually want this rotated. Something like that. Is that aligned? I can't tell. I think that's aligned. If anything, it might be a bit too low. There we go. So we just need a few more rocks to really sort of round it out. So yeah, one more flat rock, one more tall rock, one more normal rock. The stools are not really all that much rock-like, but... Oh yes, I forgot how much stone that required. Oh, we can do this one. And then we'll just hopefully save up enough stone to craft the other ones. We don't need this anymore. Oh, okay, never mind. Screw me, I guess. I'm not sure if we want to put this... I think we want to put this tall rock here. But move it over one. Spin it that way, maybe? And then we want to put one of the flat rocks here. There's a bit of backing to this thing, so you know you don't bounce too far backwards when you try and hit this rock. This stool, I guess, can be put in the middle here. And then we can put another tall rock here. Perhaps shift this one backwards once. And then I guess this could technically be another way through. For now, we'll just put it like that. And then we want another tall rock, another regular rock here, probably. And then maybe a tall rock here. And then that'll be good. We got this sort of rock garden. And then we're going to actually have to create the rock garden, don't we? I'm pretty sure what you do is you just lay down these designs. Like plain designs. Oh, hello. Every so often. Making sure like every 6 squares or something. I forget, there's a rock. Not a rock, there's a design, because rocks cannot spawn 6 squares away from something. So you might actually have to pick up furniture over there. I didn't think about this. But I think you can corral them by putting designs down on the floor, because I think designs on the floor don't affect them, if I recall. Okay, we've got a little bit of time. We can move some of these trees, I think. Some of these oak trees. Over to where we want them. But we're going to have to figure out what we're doing with the trees over here. I guess we can use bell trees on this left side, on the live trees, and then... No, we wanted growing trees, don't we? Oh, I wish we could have dead trees as like as a growing option. Oh, sorry, Harry. Like a tree without any leaves on. Or maybe we can. Maybe that's a crafting recipe. I never actually thought about that. That'd be a really good one. But that'd be a really good spooky one. So it's a bit empty over here. Which is, you know, just part of course as we're moving the trees over here. Let's think. I want one here, I think. Let's not bury that in the hole. Probably want one just about here. If we can. We can't. Okay. We'll put the tree here and we'll move the bush up there. Into that corner. Pink? Oh, hydrangeas. Hydrangeas bloom around here. And then the last tree line will be about here-ish, I think. So we don't need that many more trees. We need maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4-ish more trees. Oak trees. That's not a lot. We can do that today. Get stuff done. How many more oak trees do we? We got 1 there, 2 there. Are they talking? They are talking. Check us out, Rambler. Lily wrote a song about apples. Really? Okay, here goes. Since I came to Fawnhollow, I've had so many apples. They're so aptly good, just give them a try. Apples are great in cakes or pies. So many apples up in our trees. Yummy sweet apples for you and for me. I don't know. Wasn't that fun? I really like the part where she sings about the apples. So, what do you think? It really was fun. Thanks so much for the kind words, Pitter Patter, both of you. Look at you go, building a fan base. Soon you'll be opening up for KK on his world tour. I can't imagine anyone saying something mean. Totally making up a song like that. It'd be heartless. Like a Kingdom Hearts enemy. Is that what they're called? Heartless? I think they're called Heartless. Something maybe like Soulless, I don't know. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts. Can I think of any other first impressions? It's difficult. I remember Milky's first impression. Because we're in the bar. I remember talking and he was with another friend of his. He doesn't remember our first meeting all that well. Well, he didn't remember it until I reminded him of it. Which honestly, kind of normal. Let's get 4 red trees. We'll finish up here. We have 1 more somewhere. 1 more right here. These other pine trees. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out what we're doing. I don't know. Is that a thing? Let's see. Animal Crossing Spooky Forest. Animal Crossing Spooky Forest. If someone's made a spooky forest, they've almost certainly used like dead trees or something. No, we can't have dead trees. Haunted forest. They're using pine trees. Interestingly enough. Ah, there's dead trees in Wild World. Or is that New Leaf? I can't tell. Excuse me. You mind jumping over where I want you to jump? Thank you. Maybe out 1 more. Something like here. Apparently this one's an apple tree. That's okay, I guess we'll just sell this. We'll put 1 more tree here. Actually, let's put it here. And then we'll put... I think we actually need 2 more trees. 1, 2. For this pathway here. This apple tree, I don't know, we'll sell it. We don't need a lot of these apple trees anymore, so... Because we've got too many over there. Yeah, you can have dead trees in the previous versions, but you can't have them in New Horizons. What's the point of that? Maybe they'll add them in a future update. Because isn't it a bit strange that these oak trees still have all their leaves in winter time? Doesn't that not really make sense to you? Alright, now we're going to have to start decorations on this area, which is going to be difficult. It's going to be real difficult. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. Oh, I'll have a think about it. But until then, let's round off this episode here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Yeah, you know the drill. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, all greatly appreciated. Join my Discord, follow me on Twitter. I hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.